Hello and welcome back, RBG family and friends. Today we are in the RBG kitchen. Today we are going to be doing what I am calling overnight oats and chai seed mixture. This is what I am currently doing for my husband so he can take to work for breakfast and or lunch, whatever time he chooses to consume it. For myself, what I do is just regular chai seed pudding. I don't like oats, so that's why I just do chai seed. So we have the array here spread out in front of you. We choose to do ours in mason jars. These are 1 pint if I'm not mistaken. Currently I just have 3. What I like to do is kind of just fill these guys up to the top until I can't fill them no more, just giving enough room for it to expand. And then if anything, I'll transfer them over, add a little bit more liquid, and then add the fruits and so forth the night before he needs to take it to work. So what we are going to be using is quick oats. I know in the community, the recipes, whether it's Pinterest, YouTube, etc., whatever platform it is that you're using, I've heard that they use rolling oats or rolled oats. What I have in hand is quick oats. I've done this before, I just haven't done the video. This has been working amazing and he says it tastes delicious. So since I have a couple of bottles of this because my mom has given it to me, this is what I'm going to be using. On top of that, I have Nutella. This I'm using to flavor my chai seed pudding. It's delicious, guys. I hope you guys try it after I show you guys. This is easy to do. I'm sure there's plenty of videos doing this and it's phenomenal. Next to that, my liquid of choice is coconut. It's the Silk brand. It's original and it's phenomenal. Next to that, I have the chai seeds themselves. They're black. This is, I think it's a 1 pound, and this I got on Amazon. I think it was $20, so it was amazing. And this lasts a long time. You only need but so much of it. When I'm doing my chai seed pudding, I think I put a 1/3 cup of it in the mason jar. When I'm doing my husband's, there's really no measurement. I just measure with my heart. I try to put equal parts of the chai and the quick oats, and then we just go from there. What we have on the left hand side is pretty much the things that I use to sweeten these puddings. For my husband, we are using maple syrup, and I think he actually likes this. I personally don't like it, at least in itself. I actually gave it a taste test just like on my finger. And the reason why I think he actually fawns this a lot is because for me, it kind of tastes a little bit like coffee. I can't stand coffee. He's a coffee lover, and I think that's why he likes this. What I use for mine is honey. You can also add a hint of vanilla with addition to these guys, and it just takes it to a next level. Now the fruits of choice, I just have a few here. I have the blueberries, I have raspberries, I have kiwi, which obviously you peel and you cut up. I also have an apple and bananas. I also use strawberries. I don't know if you can use frozen fruits. I'm sure you can, but I've never tried to use anything frozen. We pretty much use mainly fresh fruits. I'm surprised that these fruits have survived. If you've watched my Western beef haul, which is where I actually got these blueberries and raspberries, my daughter actually either did not find them, but they survived and she didn't eat them. So yay for me. If you have not watched it, go watch it. It was an amazing, huge haul, and I think it was amazing and fun video to watch. So the last things I have here is just stuff to measure the chai seed, disposable spoons and forks, just to make it easier for me to clean and whatnot. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the making of this. Once you get started, it's fairly easy, and moving. The fruits I do not add at this process. That's a process that I do the night before, that he is ready to consume it the day of that he goes to work. So let's go ahead and jump into the process of adding everything into the mason jars and adding the liquid and all that good stuff. Okay, so fairly simple. You go ahead and just take off the lids off your jars. Now these are already clean, so are the lids. These mason jars have been in this family for a while. They are very loved. The way I clean my mason jars is they just go into the dishwasher. So at that point, I guess I consider them sterile. This is just going into the fridge. So I haven't dabbled into canning. I haven't dabbled into none of that good stuff. Eventually, one day, maybe I will, and I want to learn, but we're not there yet. So all of this is for mixture, so we're just gonna put that to the side because we're not ready for that. I'm just gonna grab one of our plastic spoons. It's just for ease right now because eventually I have to start cooking. You know, it's gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days that I'm just gonna be in the kitchen today because it's just very gloomy outside here in the Bronx today, and it's also raining. I mean, to the point that I think Alexa even gave us like a thunderstorm warning. So yeah, it's one of those days. So we're just inside today. So this is pretty much what the oats look like. I mean, I'm sure, hopefully, maybe you guys already know what this looks like for you oat lovers. Not here, not this, not me. I looked at the ounces portion here, and like I said, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Last time I overdid it. Once it came to, like I said, I always tell you guys the good and the bad. I overdid it once it came to oats and chai ratio. And what I mean by that is that I overpacked both and there wasn't enough liquid. Now, on the upside of that, like in pros and cons, the pro to that was that it was enough liquid to the fact that everything did expand, but it was too thick for my husband to like eat. So he was like, oh my God, that's like paste, I guess. It was the way he described it. But it was enough that I had 4 or 5 of these jars with that same consistency, but I was able to take half of that, put it in another jar, add more coconut milk, and actually, I guess, dilute it is the word that I'm going to use, and make it to the perfect consistency that it was actually pudding like, and it was perfect. So I was able to stretch those initial 5 containers or mason jars for about 2 weeks versus the week that I thought I was going to have. So I thought it was amazing. Not that I'm looking to do that this time, but I'm just letting you know that, you know, the first take was a learning curve for me. I'm hoping that I don't do the same this time, but we shall see. So what I had done last time, I think, is I had put oats up to what here is about, I think it was either 4 ounces, and then I had put, I think, the chai seeds about to 8. So you're talking about 4 ounces of oats and 4 ounces of chai seeds. So yeah, the ratio was redundant, you know, it was ridiculous. So I don't think we're gonna do that now because obviously that's way too much. So yeah, guys, you know, there's no measurements here. I'm not, you know, cooking with measurements. I just show you guys what I do, and then, you know, you can go somewhere else for measurements, but I don't think that this is a no-brainer. So here at this point, I think this is at about 2 ounces of the mason jar. Like I told you, this is a 16-ounce mason jar or 1 quart, but the lines here measure at the capacity of 12. So right now it has 2 ounces of oats. So I'm going to do the same thing for all 3 of these, and then we'll be right back for the chai. All right, so they all 3 have their oats already in there, and like I stated already, it's 2 ounces of oats per mason jar. And this is a brand new tub of chai, and it brings this little scooper, and I think that's the cutest thing. I want to take this time and thank everybody that has subscribed to this channel. If you're old, thank you for continuing to support us, and thank you for continuing to watch our videos. It's amazing that you have stuck by us and are watching our journey and helping us grow. And I also want to thank everybody that has just currently subscribed. Thank you for supporting us. I love each and every one of you, so I just wanted to take time and just state that and put it out there. Let's continue with this pudding. So I'm going to go ahead and use this little scooper that it brought, and my intentions with this is to add another 2 ounces of the chai. So it's going to be an equal ratio of oats to chai. So I'm going to do that to all of these 3, and I'll bring you back in when I'm ready to add the liquid. All right, guys, so there you have it. This is what it looks like, and we are at 4 ounces with just a mixture of the oats and the chai. So like I said, I'm learning from my mistakes, and what I'm going to do this time is I'm just going to take a fork and I'm going to incorporate both of them, because last time what I felt was that when the liquid hit just the chai, I felt like it was just getting stuck there. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply just go ahead and take 2 seconds extra of my time. I mean, obviously it's going to be it's a little more than just 2 seconds, but I'm just going to go ahead and take just a little extra couple of seconds of my time and just go ahead and just incorporate both of them just like that, as you see. And that's what it's going to look like. And I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other 2. I'm probably going to end up doing more than 3 because I like to I mean, today's already Monday when I'm doing this. It's probably going to be Tuesday, probably when you guys see this video. But my husband works, you know, sporadic days. He has a day off in the week. He also works sometimes in the weekends. So, yeah. It's not just a Monday to Friday dealio over here in this household. So I like to have 5 of these in the fridge for him so he can just grab and go when he wakes up in the morning, because he actually gets up earlier than I do, and he just grabs them in the fridge from the fridge and just goes and, you know, moves on with his day. So, but, you know, for the purpose of the video, I'm just showing you 3, and then I'll do the rest off camera. So I'm going to go ahead and mix the other 3, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. And just like that, now I have 5. All right, so we are ready to just add liquid. Once it comes to liquid, so I'm at the 4 ounce right now, right? That's the magic number we've been talking about. So I like to start slow and see it expand and see how it feels on my wrist, and then I go from there. So now I'm going to move from 4 to 6 ounces. I'm going to do that for every single one of them, but I'll do that for one just on camera right now. I'm sure that I'm probably going to end up in 8 ounces for the whole thing, or probably more. But just to start off the expansion, as you can see, that was just adding up to the 6 ounces like I told you guys, and it's thick. Look at it in there. It's already starting to consume all of that milk, and like you can tell the thickness. I'm gonna pull some of it out so you can see. The chai seeds are like the first ones to expand. So at this point it kind of condenses a little bit down, so it's hard to see where you're filling up to. So at this point you just kind of start doing it to see how it feels. I like to call it how it feels on your wrist, or how it looks to your eye, or how loose you like your pudding. And this, you have to, at this point, once you start adding the liquid or your milk, your liquid of choice, whether it's coconut, almond, if you want to do water, whatever it is that you want to do, you know, at this point, I feel that, you know, you have to work a little quicker than usual, because if you let it sit, it starts getting kind of pasty like on you, and it's a little harder to churn. So I don't like to let it sit for too long. I like to add my fluid or my liquid, you know, kind of very quickly, but also gradually, because I don't want it to be too liquidy. So at this point, you see we are getting there, and it's expanding very nicely. I'm adding some more again, and you see how it's moving up already in the mason jar. So that's why you have to have enough open space on your mason jar, because it expands, and it continues to expand after this initial expansion from the liquid overnight. It continues to expand in your fridge, because this is just the initial expansion, and then it continues to do it even more. So you can start it off here and then move it on to something even bigger if that's what you choose to do. If you're adding bigger fruits, if you are not adding little fruits like I'm adding, then I'm just adding like raspberries and blueberries, tiny stuff. Or if you want to cut them up and just leave them here, then that's fine as well. I usually tend to cut them up, so that's why I choose to leave it here. And also, this is easier for my husband to carry. So this is our container of choice. I feel that right now we have reached a nice consistency. If you can see, it falls off of the fork very nicely. I'm going to leave it here in the morning or at night, actually, because I'm gonna prepare this one for him tonight so he can take it for work tomorrow. I'm going to recheck the consistency of this one and see if it's still in that more looser consistency, if you will. If it is, then amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and add the fruits on top of it and leave it alone. If it's not, then I will add more milk to it and loosen it up just a little bit. At this point, if it was just for storage, which these other three will be for storage, then I would just leave it at this. I would put the lid on and put it away. I don't even sweeten it at this point because I don't want to add anything else for it to spoil or anything prior to him using it or consuming it. But since I know that he's going to be using this one tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and sweeten it now. So the sweetener of choice, like I said, for him, I use this maple syrup. And since it's open, I do keep it in the fridge, which is why I don't know if the camera is picking it up. It's sweating because I have it sitting outside. There's no measurements per this. You can use, you know, your measurements, like if you have, you know, health issues, or if you don't like it too sweet, then you can go ahead. You know, I just do a little drizzle and that's enough. Usually I like to just do that. You know, that's why I know that I don't like it, because I usually try to just clean off the little lip there, and I usually just taste it. For me, it tastes like coffee. That's why I know that he probably loves it, because he gets that coffee kick. Even as it's sitting here, guys, you see that it has gotten thicker. You see it's not as slippier, I guess if that's the word that I want to use, as it was before. So that's telling me that I'm going to probably have to add a little bit more of milk tonight, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm just going to let it sit. But I already added the sweetener a little bit. My husband likes sweets now, but For this, he doesn't like it too sweet, but it also depends on the fruits that I put in there. A lot of berries could make it tart, so sometimes I'll make it a little sweeter so it can contrast the bitterness from the berries. But you know, with this is so versatile. I've seen in the community how people do different concoctions or recipes with like banana bread and this an apple pie. The recipes are endless, so have fun with it, play with it, do it all with it. So now I'm gonna get ahead off camera and do the same to the other 4, and then I'll bring you in and show you the way that I like to do my favorite chai seed pudding. All right, so his are done. They're back here. They're settling. As you can see, they're not moving as much. We got a total of 5. Like I stated, some look higher than others. The first initial looks a little lower, but I expect them to expand. So those are phenomenal. Like I said, lunch, breakfast, whatever he chooses. He also takes fresh fruits and all that other knickknacks from home. So now we are ready to move on to the ones that I'm going to make for myself. And these are just solely chai pudding. My sweetener of choice is going to be honey. My flavor of choice is going to be Nutella. So yeah, extra sweet, right? Guys, you go through chai seeds like it's nobody's business. This jug was new, just opened it today, and yeah, that's how much I've already used. Ridiculous, right? So moving along, the mason jar has about, I want to say about 3 ounces of a chai seed in each one. So at this point, we're just going to go ahead and add the liquid, because I think that's the easiest part, because everything else is pretty much liquid. Besides the Nutella is semi-solid, and then we just mix. This one comes together fairly easy, as with everything else, but the video is a little long, and I apologize just because I wanted to give more of an instruction. All right, so we're just going to add the coconut milk. Like I said, it's 3 ounces of the chai seed here. I don't know exactly how many ounces of the coconut milk. I'm just making sure that this really expands. I just try to make sure that it feels nice and loose on the fork, because these guys do seem to expand a little bit. And then just move it around. Guys, this is such a good breakfast, because this is what I like to have for breakfast. Now, okay, given the fact maybe Nutella is not the best thing to put here, but it's what I tend to gravitate to. I also like flavoring it just with the regular vanilla, and it's good that way as well. My husband's, like I said, I haven't tried it because I don't like oats. They do taste good because I, dabbled into it. Maybe one day, guys, one day. So I'm gonna go ahead and flavor these guys, and then I'll bring you guys back for the final product. All right, guys, so I added all the liquid. I added the milk. I added a whole hefty spoon of the plastic tea. It's like a teaspoon, guys. This is what they sell at your local 99-cent store. So I added a hefty spoon of the Nutella, and I'm mixing it in here to make sure that everything is incorporated. Guys, this for me, I eat it for breakfast, like I've already said it, but it's like a treat. And this is what it looks like, guys. I mean, it's pretty much ready, and it's going to continue to expand in the fridge. Tomorrow or tonight, I'm gonna take a look at all of them. I know I sound like a broken record, but this is pretty much where we're at. And if they need a little more liquid, then I'll go ahead and add it. If not, then it is what it is. They are ready to consume. And this is amazing. I don't know who was the creator of these. I can't give anybody credit, but kudos to the person. So now you go ahead and put your lid on, as so. Put your band on, do the same to the other, and they are ready for your fridge. And there you have it. For myself, I only did 2 because I'm currently home and I can just do these as I go. For him, I did 5, and there you have it. All right, guys, there you have it. I hope you guys had fun along with me in the kitchen, trying to do these quick chai oats overnight pudding, whatever it is that these little guys are called. They look a little messy because they're currently settling, rising, and all that good stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and put these guys in the fridge so they can cool down. Probably mix one because it looks like that little left one needs a little mixing still, but I'm just trying to move this video along. But yeah, guys, this was fun to be in the kitchen with you guys yet again. I love making these kind of videos for you guys. I hope you guys like viewing these videos. But yeah, it was yet another fun one in the kitchen. I'm gonna try to start making some more of these. I know it's been a while since I make a kitchen video with you guys, but yeah, there you have it. I have 5 for my husband, 2 for myself. That's all she wrote. So hope you guys like it. Hope you guys enjoy it. So please like, comment, subscribe, do it all, share it so that YouTube knows that we are making amazing, likable, and shareable content. It will help our algorithm. It'll help us grow as I see we are doing. So once again, thank you for all those new subscribers, and thank you to the Ode. And as usual, guys, we love you. You guys know that you guys are our extended family and friends, and we will see you guys on our next one. Bye.